Yeah.
Well, we did.
I wasn't even there.
Yeah, but now I know that the second I make a voice, Blank and Evie go no.
No,
Especially
no.
Blank. Whenever
We
Blank's
all have PTSD from that shit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, it's so funny to hear like me go "Hoy!" and you guys immediately go fuck. Daniel, back off.
Literally, like it's one of those things where it's like now if I hear that voice, even just out of context, I'm just like nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the music for what I'm doing.
Hey, I got you. I'm gonna listen to your music this time.
Thank God, man. You know, I feel.
Listen, it's not my fault that Tyler Hero by Jack Harlow is such a good song.
Yeah, it's not my fault that Vorboard has a limited lifespan.
Damn.
I mean, that was eventually gonna happen.
You know, eventually, you know, everyone's gotta die, right? All right, let me know when you guys are ready.
Why are the plates behind you? On the wall.
On the behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are paper plate awards. So in theater, whenever you had like, we would have at the end of the show, like basically awards where we would like give out like, oh, like you did this funny thing, so here's an award for that.
Okay, cool.
So, like so it'd be like, I don't know, Uber driver award because you were like, I'll pay you $2 every time you drive me somewhere. And they were like, okay. So, like, shit like that.
Fair. That sounds like fun.
Okay. Let me know when everyone's ready.
I'm ready.
Alright.
I am ready.
Jay, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Oh, let's double check how many potions I have. Okay, yeah, okay.
Real
Got my
quick,
potions.
Jay, I'm having trouble hearing your mic.
What time is it? It's kind of up, but I can't hear any of the music right now anyways.
Oh,
Is the music... Do you want me... Yeah, turn the... But, I'm just having trouble hearing you, so...
it's pretty quiet. I have it up at 60 and now I can hear it.
I have Jay up.
Hello? Is this better?
I have Jay up to max, that's why I'm like...
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, give me 1 second. I'll fiddle with my headphones. They're kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
See, now you get to see like all the dumb faces that I make, and I hate it.
Well, this is the joy of D&D, is seeing the dumb faces.
I know.
This is what I spend time on.
I know it is. It doesn't mean that I don't want you to not see them.
It's why I spend 3 months writing up, like, holding on to plot points that I've known about since the damn... Like, you didn't need to threaten me like that.
I forgot the axe on my desk because I haven't touched it in months.
Been holding on to plot points for fucking months.
Hey, I got a question for you. What if Vorbor randomly learns how to play the guitar?
When does Vorbo randomly learn how to play the guitar?
What if?
What if? I mean, it wouldn't be random. You'd have to spend time on it.
I was hoping if I just learned the guitar in real life and just started playing it, you'd just be like, I'll allow it.
Tell you what, if you fucking play me a custom song in real life.
Custom song. Wait.
There we go. It has to have my name, it has to say Daniel is great as one of the lyrics. In order
Daniel
for me
is God.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
We hear you.
Yes.
Is it better?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel, fine, you have to put Daniel is God as a lyric to the song. In addition, I have to, it has to be at least 2 minutes.
I'll put Blank to shame, it's fine. Because he can play, he's the, you're our, like, instrumentalist.
Well, no, Blank just sings.
I thought he played,
I'm the entertainer, or the jester or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that...
I'm a comedian. Or an entertainer.
No, I think
Oh my god.
except for
that's
during, like the
worst.
first, I don't know why this is coming back to me, but like during the very first session, I swear to God, you sang some song.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did. He did sing the first session.
You sang Wonderwall.
Oh my god. So, as you all return from where you were last session,
I don't want to go back. I want to keep talking about Wonderwall.
You all rushed up the tower of the Archmage of the Kingdom of Dracona Signal. As you moved throughout, you noticed various cult figures appeared to be littered through the chambers. One layer of the tower, in fact, having the guards have to fight off a giant iron golem. A magic carpet came by and helped assist you throughout the entire facility, leading you to the 7th floor. Upon grabbing fine magical items found within what appears to be a strange, like item room, armory. Thank you. You eventually moved yourselves into the main chamber of a river, appearing to have this fine 4-pillared woodcraft bed frame with these golden orange sheets and like fine white pillows, along with a set of small books and a writing desk in front of you. Within the center of the room is this refined chair adorned with red and blue rubies all around it. River sitting there tied up, almost stunned, as you see a beautiful elven woman with silver hair in a black robe. Before any of you can even move to attack her, stops you in your step, approaches and notifies you that she is in fact Elvandra, the former lover of your local party wizard and sweet boy Alexander. Upon saying hello, she took her exit from the tower, seemingly. You were unsure. And about 40 seconds later, you all were freed from the hold. You're unsure if Elvandra has gotten away or what has happened. And River sits there before you. You see his eyes are glazed over. And he is like currently, he seems like grinning. As he's tied up and is like, hello, welcome to the chamber.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Are you all here for a reason?
River, do you remember me?
Yes, Vorbor.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused. Yes, of course I do.
Okay, what happened in the past hour?
Oh, my friend Elvandra asked some questions about my former history with... yeah, she said friend. He said friend. Asked me our former history with Epis Theolod and the ritual that was utilized to lock him away. She also informed me that guards would be surrounding the tower soon under the command of General Borgon Zelinder for my capture. As I am apparently a suspect of some import.
You seem very casual about this.
Well, my friend Elvandra told me about this. I am quite worried about the capture, but she said it was fine. And told me that she would be taking care of it.
He didn't like anyone in them anymore. That's what he said. He wanted nothing to do with it.
You see Alex, like, is still standing there shaken. He actually hasn't moved from his original position.
I don't blame the kid.
I think that's okay.
Oh no. And he's going to raise his hand and cast Dispel Magic. And you see River, his eyes glaze over. Oh shit! Oh. She cast Charm Person on me.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
She was able to break. She was able to break the enchantment. Oh no, she. You were right about Epis.
Oh, so now you believe us.
I was not aware there was anybody intending to bring him back or even know about him. But this Elvandra, she asked about parts of the ritual. You came in just in time to stop before I was able to give any finer details other than
So,
mainly how the ritual works or any key locations, which is good. Evidently. I need to start preparing. My tower, when I arrived, was partially damaged. The runes inside of it were ruins. I have no eyes on the city anymore.
Well, the king might have gotten overthrown.
He was there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you still remember.
Yeah. No, you're good. That's right. That's right. Yes, I still recall all that. I have not had any memory modification performed on me.
can you tell us what you told her, so we at least have the same amount of information?
Yes, I can inform you. But be keen. We have to be fast. I don't think that she truly was going to be dealing with the
taking care of
guards.
those guards. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
that
she's not.
This out fast.
She's not. Okay. I informed her that the ritual involves all 8 members of the Sanctum of the Eighth Realms. I was able to give her some locations of the individuals. However, to my awareness, I wasn't able to give clear examples as she didn't have enough time to ask. She knows very clearly about one of the individuals that's, let me quickly find the name for some reason. I don't have it written down. He happens to be the master of transmutation over in the Sanctum of the Eighth Realms.
Dude, Blake, you got it.
Let me actually see if I wrote it down. I don't hope I wrote it down on my phone, otherwise this will make my
We
life
have
better.
this for a reason.
Oh, are you guys writing important figures down?
Yes.
Yeah.
We fucked up not having a chat for that in the first place.
Yeah, you're good. Let's see. Do I have it listed? I don't.
Actually,
Okay.
somewhere.
Here, while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna quickly pull up.
Well, I mean, it's just head of transmutations.
If this helps, we'll see. Oh, why did you do that? Okay,
That is not, I think, what you needed. Oh, well, that's still important.
It's other random information I've.
Yeah, I just like blinked for a second. There we go. Okay. Tolmak Panzer.
I'm gonna need you to spell that.
Yeah.
I'll copy and paste it for you guys.
Yeah, you could just put it in there.
I'm not gonna be able to type all this. Have fun, guys.
I mean, we just want the spelling of the name. That's all we need.
Yeah, there you go. Tolmak Panzer. He is a member of the military within the Leviathos Federation.
What was he the head of again? Transmutation. Thank you.
Yes, he is the master of transmutation.
Or coming for the coup.
What was that?
Isn't this the same person who you said was going to come to the
No, he and I have made an agreement to not bother each other in our territories. So, the general who has
Wait,
come
you
over
said
here.
General, isn't he?
Yeah, the general who has come here is Borgon Zervel or Zervelny. Let me actually. Oh, sorry, I spelled that wrong. Borgon Zelinder. Let me. Here, if you would like, there's Borgon Zelinder. He is the general. He is the general who is part of the city currently in the city. She also asked me about. She does, however, have the names of the various members. I don't have any other information. It appears the other figures she was able to break into the tower with have obviously been dismissed of.
We took care of them.
I was able to send my carpet down to assist you, as well as Anything else
Your
you
was
got?
very instrumental.
Yes, the doors are difficult to utilize without my permission. I'm quite unsure, actually, how she was able to get past all of them. There are generally protections within each layer of the tower.
I mean, she did fool the person at the Cryptopolis by hitting murder on.
That is... I'm sorry, what?
She knows a lot of magic too. In order to
Yes, no, what? Do you know this person?
We don't know her. We know of her because
Yeah.
we not to kill her, and she escaped.
Well, you're going to need to inform me very quickly. And you see he's starting to move over to part of the room, and you now notice there are like dagger marks in the stone of the room that appear to be basically someone has like scratched out parts of the runes on the floor manually. You aren't sure whether that itself broke it or something else, but River, you see, is currently like pulling out powder from his bag, his like back pocket, and starting to pour it across the stone, and you see the stone start to reform.
So while everyone's doing that, I'm gonna move over to Alex. How you doing there, bud?
She's here.
I have a question. Are you actually scared of her?
Yeah. She's one of the most powerful mages I've ever met. She was not afraid to go into places our professors warned against. She was beyond the capabilities of an average student by many means. The voice that spoke to her, her abilities grew like exponentially.
How long was that voice talking that you know of?
She didn't tell me all the time. She just told me what the voice was.
Like, when did
telling
it
her.
start? Like, how long until the start until like the end of you leaving?
Maybe about a year or two.
Okay.
Hear this? Or is it just between Borbor and Alex?
What was that?
I'm pretty sure it's just me and Alex.
It's just you two currently, unless somebody else wants to do something. Jay, do you go back to go get that axe?
No, I think I'm standing in the room bewildered.
Okay.
Can I
Very
go to
bewildered.
the dragon?
Maybe trying to figure out where the person...
What was that?
Maybe trying to, like, going back one room and just looking around, trying to figure out where... I've forgotten her name.
Elvandra.
Elvandra? Yeah, Elvandra, you're unsure of where, like, if you want, you could race down the tower and try and look for her.
No, I'm of the idea that she went visible. I'm
Okay,
waving my
so,
arms around behind us.
make me I would say make me a perception check
Oh,
in the second room. Unless you are just, like, looking, or you're just looking around, right?
yeah.
To see if she's in there. Yeah.
Can I go down to the stone dragon thingy?
To the stone dragon thingy. I'm trying to think of what you're reminding me of.
The mech dragon, I think it was.
Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah, sure. That's a few stories down.
Blake, we need to get out of here.
Yeah,
Let's
we
make sure
need
with
to
River
go.
first that like there isn't a faster way to get out.
I have here. He pulls out of another pocket. You see he like whisks his hands together. It is like, I think this still works. And you see out of one of the desk drawers, it opens, and a bunch of platinum symbols of the city appear in his hands. So they're fully made of platinum. And he passes one to each of you. These are symbols of the Archmage. These will be able to possibly have some authority with Scale Guard or other political figures in the city to know that you represent my interests.
Wait, what thing? What is it
I
called?
don't think that. I mean,
They're
there's a
platinum.
chance.
They're platinum citizen badges. They should still work for anybody who is who agrees with the other council of the king. So basically,
It's a 50-50
It might-
on whether or not like the
it
political
might-
figure is
it-
going to accept it or not.
yeah, it's sort of like if somebody's asking you about the like legal ambiguity of like somebody basically is like, do you think, because the thing is that like if the king is reinstated, that person then disobeyed the king, but if they think the king is invalid by the laws of the Federation and the Federation will agree with them, they could be like, fuck you, you know?
Like for
Not
us, it's literally just a 50-50.
I would be able to get eyes on the tower. I don't know when the guards are coming.
Didn't we
So-
Is there a back exit that we can take instead of having to walk down 7 floors?
Yes, I have an access way over into the sewer system under my space. There's no other. I have to stay at the tower. This is the only way I would be able to leave the city safely.
I thought you would have planned for that.
I'm too tired from my earlier teleportation spell.
Jay, what were you gonna say?
Didn't we see guards running up tower like?
We didn't see them running up. We saw like
I thought I'm dying.
we saw them like opening houses,
Yeah, they were searching houses around it.
which means that they're probably
Coming, but you're unsure.
If I'm gonna
How
make
soon?
an estimation, I would guess that they're either at the gate or they're about to breach into the first floor.
Keep in mind. No, I will definitely. I think I still have some eyes, at least on my tower,
Okay.
from other objects within the household. To warn you, essentially, I don't think the guards are going to be able to get in immediately. I have a lot of enchantments surrounding the place.
Mhm.
However, this person was able to get at least some people inside. I'm not sure exactly how well the defenses are, but I can try and improve them. I'm just using an Irish accent.
But
watch
I can
yourself
try
there.
and improve him.
I'm just watching myself there. He is halfling, so it kind of works. I like this accent a lot more, so this is what's happening now.
Yeah, it's good.
This is so much easier. Well,
How much of the defenses would have had to fall for her and other people to get in?
they would have to breach. They would have to breach the enchantments over on the surrounding gateway. Then they'd have to breach the enchantment on the door, as well as the various other entryways within the household, along with any of the alarms I have set.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Did Epis know about all of your different traps and alignments and stuff?
No, Epis
Would he
wouldn't have
be
any.
able to-
Could he have? Could
This
he
is
have
a-
figured it
Not
out in any way?
information, but could he have guessed at your defenses or how you
Not-
in your face?
No, he wouldn't have any unless he was able to communicate with somebody who has visited my tower.
Okay.
Has Marin visited the tower?
I have some confidence.
Not Marin.
Here's the important thing I think that you all need to understand is it appears you're very involved with the Epis affair, as I am now apparently as well.
We tried to warn you. You know, we did try.
I guess I should appreciate that. Nonetheless, Epis is a very powerful person. However, the ritual that locked him away was purposefully designed by himself in a different stage in his life to prevent him endangering the arcane. He very much was careful to ensure that he has limited access to the world. Likely,
Yeah,
he is
We were
is-
told this information before.
he is quite blind up there.
Not blind enough to apparently to have contact with people though.
He can perhaps speak through people and understand things through people, but I have no perception that unless he is able to contact the individuals that might know something about my tower, which I don't believe I have given that kind of information away, that they
Also,
would know.
This is just me double checking. It was Church of Arathis that was also inside of the tower, right? As far as that was
No.
the one that were warned.
had
They were the
gear.
same. They were the same gear. They didn't have like any symbol of Church of Arathis, though.
But we
Particularly,
did
just the
find
same.
gear in the Church of Arathis.
Yeah, we did find that gear though in the
Yes.
Church of Arathis when we were okay.
Yes. It's those same people who
Okay.
were in that library that all left.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Right.
Oh, I want to be wrong so
I
bad.
go to the
I just want to be wrong. I just want to be wrong. For once in my life, I want to be wrong.
What do you want to be wrong about?
I'm not saying
Alright.
shit. I just want to be wrong.
Okay. Right. Well, I need to get to work on working on my scrying powers over in this tower to be able to get eyes on the city. I don't know what's going on with the trial right now, and I don't have the safety to be able to do it if I'm being searched for by the king.
Mhm.
Or for the trial of the king.
Mhm.
I would imagine I might be a witness.
Two
So,
questions.
can you gather me some information, at least to ascertain what's going on, and safely return to the tower?
I think that should be fine.
You have a question?
Yes. You know that like the stuff in your other room, like the room right next to it, like so
Yes.
we may have grabbed it in an attempt to thinking that you needed more help.
Could you perhaps show me the items that you took?
I show him the flame tongue longsword.
Oh, Jesus Christ! That was a gift. That was a gift from me from the kingdom of Cloverfeld. I would prefer if I had that back. Is it of severe necessity to protect yourself?
No, it's not. I give it back.
Thank you.
Can I ask if he has
Does
any
any-
use for
does
an
any-
axe?
Oh wait, what do you say?
Can I ask him if he has any use for an axe behind him? In the room behind?
Right. That was one of the generals from Orcrest handcrafted that.
What good is it doing lying around instead of being used?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
That was a good persuasion check. That was a good thing. That was a pretty good thing to say.
I didn't think of it. I should have thought of it for mine. Fuck.
Okay, it's +4.
I'm gonna say right now you need a DC 15. You have to beat a 15.
Okay. Oh, no. Failed
Right.
miserably.
I would prefer if my valuables were kept to myself.
Fair enough.
Okay. Fair enough.
Right. That's everything that was taken then, right?
To my knowledge, yes.
Okay.
To Borbor's knowledge, yes. I mean, I don't fucking know. I just
Okay.
I grabbed my thing and ran.
Okay. Blank, I need you to roll a deception check, though.
This is Blake and Evie. This isn't me.
Yeah, like, you stole something, Evie's sitting in the corner being like, I'm not going to say anything. Evie's rapier, to be fair, is very nice. Did you look up what your rapier does, by the way?
I did. I love it.
I'm so mad I don't get a flame sword.
Yeah, man, you didn't need to say anything.
I
I
know.
was...
My character would though.
Yeah, it would. Yes, it would.
You're fucking welcome for role playing.
I think I lost that.
Right. Sir, I can see my ring right on your finger.
But I hadn't put it on.
Yes. Oh, you didn't put it on.
Yeah.
Sir, I can tell that you're holding one of my items.
Alright, here you go. I give him the
Thank
ring.
you. Thank you very much.
I should probably mention that Arashi has one too.
He looks over at you, Evie, and is like, right, well, I would like whatever you took back, please.
I'm not giving it back.
I'm not asking again. I'm not going to help you get out of this tower if you don't show me what to do. Like,
Okay,
return
cool.
me.
I'll leave. These guys gave up their stuff. I'm leaving. Bye.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit. Okay.
No.
Try to pull Fulton again.
Oh my fucking god, Evie. You watch as Evie as he goes, return the item, and then Evie pulls out the item. He casted.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, he
No.
casted
No.
dominate person. You pull out the rapier and drop it on the floor.
You
and
know
he
what?
pulls it
No,
up.
wait. No, you know what? I'm not gonna throw. No.
Oh wait, what was that?
I was gonna attack him, but I'm not gonna do it.
And then he lets go of the whole person. Right, you could have been nicer about it. Well, anyways.
I don't care.
And you watch as he whisks the items back into the room. And says, "Right, well, if that's all, follow me. Where is it you think that you could find some information? I would recommend one of the churches."
Half of us go to the good church.
You know, I think that there was a chance that we might have already gotten a lot of information from the church.
Well,
The Church of Saint Vaughan.
Not that one.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Could I go and check out the mech, or ask him if I can check out the mech real quick?
Oh, you want to look at my iron protector?
Yes, I'd like to identify how it works.
Sure. Make me an Arcana check.
Is there a way that I can, while he's distracted, go back to the room?
Yeah. Make me okay. That would be a sleight of hand check.
Oh hell yeah!
I got an
Okay.
18.
And a stealth check because you're trying to avoid. So a stealth and a sleight of hand check would be the two. Hold on 1 second. It's going to be a stealth check first to see if he doesn't notice that you've left. And then let me see what blank rolled.
I got an 18.
Okay. So what you basically see is it is like a pretty advanced form of a construct. That appears to have essentially like the core is connected likely to another magical object, therefore allowing the user to command the actual guardian itself.
Can I see where the command point is? Like the
Likely it's something on River. It's on River's person, if that makes sense.
Is there a link to them or no?
Yeah, there's basically like a telepathic link. So River would be able to issue commands telepathically to the golem from a
But
distance.
It's not like a link I can see using.
Yeah, no, there's no he doesn't have like two cans with a string attached or like anything like that.
Yeah, I was hoping.
Yeah, no.
Can I tell what material the thing's made out of?
Yeah, it's made out of iron and titanium.
Okay, and can I? How beaten up does it look?
It looks pretty beaten up. It looks like it's taken a few hits, but it's not severely injured. I'm assuming you're talking about the one that had its core ripped out. Yeah.
Yeah. How many bodies are there on the ground?
There are five. There's the two dead ones and then the three that you guys were involved with. I'm gonna double check also River's passive perception to see if Evie gets away.
Yep. 18.
18 is your total
Yeah.
for stealth. Right. Hi, don't walk off like that.
What was his? What was it?
He is you don't know.
I
His
don't.
song.
I want to know. Me, Evie wants to know.
I'm aware. It was high enough to see a 19 or an 18. Fuck. Well, you know. Are you good, Evie?
I like the sword.
I know.
Did Evie fail her stealth?
Yeah,
check?
Evie.
Don't
Evie,
remind me!
Evie. You guys.
It's not me. Do not lump me in.
I feel as though he's gonna stab Blank in his sleep. Evie.
Won't grab one at all anymore.
As he approaches the bottom floor once again, the like similar open hall with all those different painted pictures, he taps the floor, and you see the rug roll up perfectly, and then as all of the like stone on the floor, like it like opens up and turns into like a small pathway downwards into the sewers.
How much time do I have left for my questions? Like, in terms of the.
Oh yeah, right. You would have a few more. So as you're walking down, then you can ask him a few more questions. As he's like, right. Well, what was that about the golem otherwise?
How did you construct it? Like, what materials did you use?
Oh,
Were there any?
It was a sincere construction. You need a proper manual, and unfortunately, one of the things about it is that once you utilize it, you'll probably never be able to again. It cost me probably a solid 200,000 gold pieces to construct one.
Okay. So what
repairs are. What was that?
What do you do if it breaks then?
I have to fix it. The enchantments are still there. It takes several thousand. I'll probably have to put in work for that. But it is a good protection.
If I was to take a piece of it and then construct my own, would that piece still have the same enchantment?
No, it would not. You have to personally put enchantments on it for years.
Okay.
Can I ask him a question?
Yes, what is the question?
How much for the sword?
Let me actually double check real quick. How much would be valued at?
Well, that's 15,000. I'm kind of screwed.
It's pretty expensive. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check real quick. Oh, that one probably costs you about 5,000 gold pieces. Or let me actually. That doesn't seem right. Yes, that one will cost you about 5,000 gold pieces. In terms of if you were to take it off my hands, and that's a handsome price considering it was given to me by a member of one of the fellow nations.
I don't feel like doing math.
I was trying to help you.
You have enough to buy it if you want.
I have enough. I know I have enough. But I converted it on my page to the next one up because it wouldn't hold all
platinum.
To platinum.
So what do you have? Tell me what the number is.
1,300 platinum and 998 gold.
It's 13 times 10.
How much platinum?
You have 13,998 gold.
What the?
They picked up like 3 items. I like randomly. You guys were like, "Oh man, we can't buy anything," and then all of a sudden, Evie stole like 3 incredibly valuable items. Yeah, and then hoarded it.
Wait, so it's 5,000?
It's 5,000. He said he was like, I will let you go off your hands for 5,000. I'm sure that I can explain to the general.
4,000.
You'd have 8,000 total.
Oh, that's
I'm just saying.
You're gonna have to give me a good reason for that.
Can I provide something?
I didn't think I'd get this far.
Trying to get him information. We're trying to help him die. We just saved him. The king's in a coup. We may need weapons.
We just saved you.
Yeah, we just saved. I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know if there's.
What would Arashi think is a good reason for someone to barter with them about this very powerful sword that they were given to by a foreign general?
Arashi's dumbass would probably threaten him. I don't know.
Okay.
Can I walk into the conversation?
Sure, Blank. You with your well adorned beard walk into the conversation.
We saved you just now. We know about Epis and need weapons to be able to help you fight.
And I also won't send my people to kill him.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? What was that?
That was a
what
joke.
What people? Do you have? Do you have?
I have people.
Make a deception check. Blake, make a persuasion check.
We could have got it.
Depending on Evie's deception check, I don't know. Maybe we'll see the severity of how difficult Blank's check is going to be. Because you just were like, "Let's threaten the guy. He's having a nice day, right?" Why didn't you say I have people? Well, I know why. That's what Arashi would say. Arashi would. You know, hey, I mean, if you want, I can take her off your hands.
No, don't do that. Be nice to my Arashi.
Right. Okay. He goes. Right. Well, for that threat, it's going to cost you 6,000 gold pieces.
5,000. You can have my suit.
Isn't it like $1,000 suit or something?
Is.
Is it?
It is. I mean, I'm not going to use it again.
Not wrong.
Right. $1,000 suit.
Why not? Right. Well, those were a lot of diamonds. I actually could use those. I'll do the trade.
Hey. Okay. Cool. Someone do the math for me.
Okay. So you are now
980.
So you said
7,000.
Okay.
She has left from underneath 1,000. If she had 13,000 already.
Hold on, I have the.
Blank. I hope you know I didn't hear any of that.
You have 8,998 gold. So you have.
Yeah.
Because you have 800 platinum and you have 998 gold.
Copy. I want my sword.
All right, you get the sword back as he snaps his fingers and it comes back into his hand, and he passes it off to you. Because it's only a rare, so it's not that bad in terms of price. Of one of the object that Vorbor had was a very rare.
That now.
His, yeah.
In my head, like, maybe I could buy it back. Maybe there's a chance, and then you're saying it's very rare, and the rare.
No, you're good. It is a max of 5K, and you could potentially buy it back.
What sword did she buy? Oh,
she bought. No, she bought the rapier. What was it? An Archon rapier.
Archon rapier.
Yeah, it has a thing where like you can use it to give yourself some temporary HP, and when you hit a creature, it has disadvantage on dex saving throw.
Yes.
A bunch of other stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It also has +1 to attack and damage, so it's a rare magic item. It's nice. You guys are getting higher. You know, you're leveling up in life.
I would like to just double check something. We are all level 5 right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just double checking that in my head.
Yes. Right. Well, there's either the options of the two churches, the Gaiaxin Northwind School, or potentially the Scale Throne. However, I would not recommend that. That's probably the most heavily fortified.
Let's go to the most fortified place on
I
Earth.
was gonna say, what could possibly?
The church members that announced the problem are going to be over at probably St. Taurus. However, you could potentially see what you could do with leverage or anything about the Church of St. Vaughn. They have the most influence in the city, and right now I'm thinking they're the best bet to protect the king if he is found guilty.
Clarification. Which church is the one that we infiltrated and got the information from?
Arathis.
St. Taurus. The Church of St. Taurus.
Arathis for short.
Yeah, Arathis.
Okay, so
The other church.
Yes, the church is Taurus.
Yes.
Okay.
Tornus.
Tornus.
Okay.
Tornus. I know it's weird. I mispronounce it too.
Like tortoise, but Tornus.
Tornus. Yeah.
But tortoise, but Tornus.
Okay.
Anyways.
The
Hates
church
that.
I'm gonna fucking murder you, Jeff. I can't fucking wait for our next fight, bro. You're gonna fucking... Every character on Vormor. Better wild shape now. Elvandra fireballs on
I think I'm
Vormor.
just gonna pull up my wild shape rules real quick. I think this might be a good thing to have.
Oh my god, could you imagine? I'm very much joking, by the way. I'm not just gonna slaughter you. That's
Sure you are.
That's. Anyways.
What you say? Can I ask him about wild magic really quickly before we decide?
Right. What about wild magic? Is it pertinent to the situation?
There are some strange effects that happen around me that happen when I cast a spell. Do you have any way of negating that? So we don't summon a giant demon in the middle of a fight accidentally? Quickly?
I'm sorry, what?
Right. I actually do have something. It's a little bit limited. And you watch as he like reaches out. And it appears to be essentially a magic repression device. A necklace. Sorry. Right. This can eliminate all magic of the wearer, however, you have to be willing.
So all magic, not just...
Yes, any magical effect that is currently being utilized by you. Or coming from you.
Okay.
So
It could
he be able to
potentially
cast spells?
No. You would not be able to cast any spells. It would halt all magic coming out of you. Essentially. It's like a gateway block.
Put this on an object.
This
like
is
Alex's spellbook or something like that.
It would be, what was that?
What would happen if I put this on something like Alex's spellbook? Which
A book can't willingly consent.
So it wouldn't work. I'd have to
Yes,
put it
it requires like a verbal confirmation to work.
Okay. So if I was to charm someone and put this on them, it wouldn't work as well.
Yes, it is the medallion of arcane obsolescence.
Okay. Cool.
What? I stuttered over my words.
That was just a lot of words that I did not truly understand for the most part until arcane
Obsolescence? Arcane obsolescence? It just means magic's useless.
I mean, I know
anyway.
what it means. It's one of those things, like, as soon as I hear it, I just didn't want to process it.
Okay. It's
There's
the
a lot of big
medallion.
words.
It's the medallion of arcane obsolescence. So
Can I borrow that?
yes, I would like it returned though.
I will attempt to, as long as it's not broken. By, let's say,
Right.
a fire coming straight at me.
Right. He'll pass it off to you. That's now yours.
Okay.
Okay. You guys walk down and we'll start to move. So which way did you guys want to go? He shows you on a map where the different churches are. So there's the Church of St. Tornus, where they have the various figures there. Or there's the Church of St. Vaughn, which is the Church of Bahamut, the original god of Dracona Signal.
And Saint Vaughn.
St. Tornus.
Is-
There's also the school.
Cool.
Are you asking
We
me what?
could potentially go meet up with Marin and the professor.
Yes, or you could try and infiltrate the castle.
School would be full of useless gossip, but it also has the Professor American. The church we've already infiltrated probably has more evidence about.
Church of Arathis that we've already infiltrated. We haven't infiltrated these two.
Yeah. Oh wait.
You have infiltrated. You haven't seen the entirety of the Church of St. Tornus. You only saw the underground section, and you saw vague entries of the other rooms.
That's why church would probably be more evidence about the coup versus the.
You haven't seen. Yeah, you haven't seen anything from Church of St. Vaughn. All you know is that the original cardinal was at the dinner, but you didn't get much out of him. He didn't seem to appear to say much.
The other church is probably trying to save the king. Or trying to throw him under the church under.
I'm cool with whatever we decide.
You're cool for whatever we decide to do. Jay, do you have any weigh in on this?
Not really. I'm very passive and forced right now.
Okay. Jay's just
Already infiltrated.
All this
You also
I'm completely zoned out.
Okay. Arashi, how do you feel as you're like playing with the sword?
I am very happy.
I meant as in like, do you have any like
Sort of.
particular like way you wanted to go, or are you just not gonna vocalize that?
I don't really care.
Okay.
I say we go to the church that we already infiltrated, the Church of Erasmus, because they'll have the most evidence, or what they're going to present as evidence. So if you can find that evidence, we can find a way to counter that evidence. Versus the other two, the school is probably mostly full of random gossip because the Clinton coup, and we won't find much useful information unless we talk to Professor Marin, which is kind of a long shot because half of us are recognized.
Yeah.
And the other church, we don't even know anything about them, so they're either on the side of the king because he was their original.
According to River, that church is more than likely going to be trying to protect the king.
Yes, but the church was also thrown down by the king in exchange for the other church because of the treaty, which could leave the first church to provide any evidence.
Okay, fair enough.
And even if they do have evidence that clears the king, it won't work if we don't know the other evidence to counter their evidence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying a lot of words. I hope it makes sense.
No, I completely get what you're saying.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
I am like, yeah, no.
Blank remembers my lore. Thank God. Very well. So you guys proceed to the manhole near the Church of St. Tornus. As you guys peek above with Alex in tow, seemingly distant in terms of his headspace, he appears to be kind of looking off occasionally, and is very quiet. It seems he's like thinking a lot. As you guys proceed forward, you see the front of the church just under. What you see is multiple sets of the Leviathas Federation with these like Kraken symbols on their armor stamped, sitting in front of the church along with like the street going to various sections to keep people in their homes. However, you see Alex go, I can get some of us inside through invisibility.
Or don't you start with the staff thingy of unseeing?
Do we have that?
I have a...
I don't remember that being a thing that we have.
I have a Spear of Warning.
Oh, okay. Not the same thing.
What do you have?
Spear of Warning.
Yeah, that was what...
To escape.
I was like, I don't remember a staff. I remember
Which
maybe.
I think I technically still need to pay for that within like 5 months.
Yeah, you were given like a timeline.
It was a 6-month timeline, and I don't know if it'd been 2 weeks or a month, but it's probably been around there.
It's been like 2 weeks. It's been like 2 weeks since
Okay.
the the thing, because you've been in this city for about a week, and it took you guys about another week to get up to where you were from that town.
Yeah, because and there's a thing where it's like unless I pay it back, like it'll just automatically get. It's essentially I just like rented it for.
You will have a ransom if you don't.
No. It literally just gets taken.
Oh yeah.
Because it has a spell on it that like automatically.
He does. I'm pretty sure this. Yeah. I forget if I said if it teleports back. I thought I said a ransom was immediately going to be placed.
No. You said teleport. I specifically remember because I thought of it as like almost a loan period. It's like a rental period is what my thought process was.
Okay. Well, anyways, you guys. So Alex proposes. I can cast invisibility and help us sneak in.
What spells do I have? I have Pass Without Trace. I can cast that as well.
Can I reduce
for the remaining people that don't have invisibility?
Can I reduce myself and Arashi?
You could try. You could try to reduce.
Wait, if we get put into someone's pocket that's invisible, does that make us invisible?
Okay. So reduce won't make you small enough to fit into someone's pocket, unfortunately.
What if you're being held by? Oh no! I mean, I feel like it'd
that's
at least
like
be...
you would be like halfling size, but you wouldn't be that. You would look like a small child. It's like Ant-Man small, like that one scene where he's like in like kindergarten.
Wait, what about Arashi? Because she's already basically that size in the game.
She isn't. Arashi is like a normal humanoid size that are medium. So they would be. So you both would be reduced to small, but you would not be small enough to be like hidden in someone's pocket, unfortunately.
Okay. What happens if they get a really long cloak and then cast invisible and then stand on us?
I mean, I guess. But then that's just like two kobolds in a coat, or like.
Okay. I was just wondering how that would work.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I think the best course of action. So, Blank, you are not very stealthy.
Me and Arashi could sound the alarm and then have them all chase us while you guys go in.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not sneaky either.
No, so okay, my thought process
said I was gonna be bait?
How many people can you make invisible?
I can make I think 2 people today invisible.
Okay, I would say
other people or 2 people including yourself?
Including myself.
So you can only cast invisibility on one other person. So one
No. He's saying it's
him plus 2 others.
Yeah. So he has a 4th level, so he can only.
Isn't that everyone then?
No. We have 5.
You have 5 people.
There are 5 of us.
So it would be Jay. So one of you would be left out, basically.
Wait, who's the 5th?
Or
2.
sorry, 2
Alex.
people would be left out.
Right.
Because
Never
it's
mind.
Alex and 2 other people.
Now.
Yeah. I could make Jay and Blink invisible if you.
Yeah, and I'll cast Pass Without Trace, which makes everybody within 30 feet of me.
That's
Okay.
how it was.
That's.
And I'll just stealth like
I will
my
just double
stealthy
check.
self.
I mean, if you
Each creature
stick with them.
Yeah, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a plus 10 bonus to stealth checks.
Wait, how long?
And can't be tracked except by magical means.
How long are we invisible for under Alex's spell?
1 hour.
Then I shouldn't be the one getting cast invisibility on that.
Honestly?
It should be the 2 stealthiest people so they can move around the church.
Yeah.
Through rooms.
If
If
he's-
I almost feel like
not be me.
being inside the church is going to be a disadvantage on all fronts.
If you want, you notice that like the military isn't banishing people necessarily, but they are questioning them. So like, there's not like martial. It's not just like pure martial law, but it is like. It's more of like there's zones you shouldn't be going in, if that makes sense.
We've
so,
never
like,
seen these guards, by the way, right?
You have, in terms of like, you're not familiar with the people, but you are familiar with the adornment. So it's like part of the groups of soldiers that came.
Yeah,
into the
I'm
city.
just talking about the actual like people.
No, you do not know these guards.
Okay.
You are not familiar with them.
How many of the guards are there?
There are about 16 across the front of the church. And then there are about 2 squadrons of 4 at different homes in the distant streets.
And are the guards at the church questioning people, or are the groups of 4 questioning people?
The groups of 4, so the total of 8 are going between different homes.
Curfew right now?
Okay.
Because, I mean, if we need a distraction, if people start questioning me, I know a lot about stars, and I could really, like, help spread this information, and I feel like
I think
That would be a
those
kind of
stars
good
on the far left could really use some enlightenment.
I really want to send in Alex, Blank, and Arashi. And me and Jay can go talk to the guards to make sure that they're not paying attention enough so that you guys have that. And as long as you guys are within 30 feet of me, you still get the ability of my spell.
They will have to eventually leave the effects of your spell. And
Yeah. I'm talking about for them initially getting in.
Real quick.
Okay.
How wide are the streets? And
Yeah. Like how far can we get to the like groups of like the church guards?
Gotcha. So the initial steps of the church are about maybe I'd say 30 feet up. So it's like a rise of a staircase about 30 feet upwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the edge of those steps is the guards laid out in different sections in front of the entranceway.
Okay.
And
then how far away is the door?
The door is about 10 feet behind them. Or hold on, actually, let me measure this out in my head. Yeah,
So,
10 feet's reasonable.
Okay, so we have 10 feet from the guards is the door. And then we have 30 feet from the bottom of the steps is the guards.
Yes.
So it's 40 feet in total. Okay.
Yes. The street pathway outside it, there's this huge courtyard, like spreads of different open parts of the city. You just happen to see within the very close by pathways, if you turn the corner and like looked farther down, you probably might see more guards. But at the edges of those like different sections, if you imagine like a huge, like huge cities where they have this like big center, like water, like fountain with like a bunch of benches, and then surrounding it are buildings is kind of what you're dealing with. So out in the corners of the streets, you might have more guards, but at the edges of those streets where you can see those 2 groups of 4.
How is there a curfew right now or no? Do we know?
You have no idea. You guys immediately ran. It's still nighttime.
Is it nighttime or nighttime or daytime? Sorry.
It's totally nighttime. You guys were at a dinner.
Yeah.
You guys were at dinner maybe like an hour or 2 ago.
Is it like midnight nighttime or like 3 a.m. nighttime?
Yeah, it's blending into probably about like maybe 11:30 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, so there's not that many people, but there's still a few out.
Okay.
Yeah, there's still a few out. And obviously there's also a lot of people out because now a bunch of guards are knocking on different homes and blocking the entranceway of the church. And you don't know if there's been an announcement yet.
Can we actually get to the guards at the front of the church?
You could try. I mean, you could try and approach them, but they might do something. There's no one.
I guess my question is there any guards that would immediately within the 30 feet of us like reaching the bottom of the stairs?
Yeah.
That they would immediately be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
No.
Or is it just the guards at the top?
It's the guards at the top.
Okay.
So the guards at the top will see you at the 30 feet at the bottom.
Yeah.
But there's no guard that will be like, hey, like grab you or something. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
I remember inside it was mostly wooden, right? The church.
And we still have those city. We still have the city passports, not the platinum ones, but the normal ones.
You have both.
Okay. Cool.
Was the
unless. What was that? The church is not made of wood. The church is made of fine stone.
Fine stone, not marble?
Not marble.
Okay.
I don't believe I said marble. I don't believe it's marble.
I don't remember. That's why I'm asking.
I'm pretty sure I said solid stone.
Okay.
Stone brick.
Okay. So
you do notice a town crier though start to come by. Da-ding, da-ding, da-ding. Faulty radicals threaten safety of kingdom over trial of King Xertax. Ding, ding, ding. Faith has called into question the ethics of your king. Ding, causing trouble between Leviathos and Draconis Nil.
Is he just a messenger, or like is he
messenger for somebody? If you look,
he's an extra. Read all about it.
Yeah, as he's going through the town, he's essentially telling homes, and you see people are like peering through the window. Their windows.
And which radicals I should be on the lookout for.
You approach him. You're under a manhole, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So
the guards are like.
Okay. Still under the manhole.
So here,
yeah, you're still in the manhole.
Let me explain my plan in my head and see if you guys agree. So my plan is that Alex casts invisibility on you guys, and I pass without trace.
Wait,
on blank Evie Alex.
Okay, fair enough. Sure.
Me and Jay, we go up to the guards at the front of the church, and we talk about stars, and then we also ask for directions for an inn.
Mm-hmm.
And then with that information, we can go get rooms for the inn, because we're gonna need a place to stay. And you guys can, with my pass without trace and the invisibility, hopefully be able to get into the church really easily. And then you guys just know you have that timer in your head of an hour.
I feel like the people going in would have to be stronger in case they get caught. And
you guys are invisible though. That's the thing. I think that so you have Alex, you have you, two really good mages, and you have Evie, who's just gonna immediately get behind people and stab everybody.
I don't think resorting to violence is going to be the best way out of this one, considering how the town is essentially under military law at this point.
I mean, true, but if we also kill everyone in the church, then
I'm okay with not killing anyone for this moment.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where it's like, Evie, you gotta pick your fight really well.
I will pick this fight, and it will not be a fight. For now.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you gonna distract them, though?
We're gonna go talk about stars and ask for directions for the
inn.
inn.
We're invisible. It's not much we
Yeah,
really
you guys are invisible.
I'm talking about the other two.
You guys are invisible. Me and Jay are just we're gonna go up and make conversation.
Okay. Let's hope you don't
Really
land and kill that.
Really good conversation.
Yeah, exactly. So, are there anybody around us that we could would see us pop out of the grate?
Not that you can see immediately. Like if you took a while.
Can I make a persuasion or a perception check?
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
Persuade the grate to be quiet.
Hey, chill.
I got a 9 in total, so not
9 in total. But... No one. Yeah, no. There's no one who's gonna notice.
Okay.
Can I just use? Wait. Sorry, real quick. What are what do the church officials look like?
Which one? So there's a few. The one that made the announcement, the ones that you guys were thinking about.
The one that Alex fireballed to death in the pit.
The one that Alex fireballed to death. Okay. Let me.
I saw what you looked like. I assume so.
Yeah, that was Priestess Melora.
What clothes was she wearing?
She was wearing the same fine church robes. So it's like this. Where is it? Why can't I find it? Did I write down what these look like? Did I not? I did not write what they look like. They're like fine white and gold. So fine white and gold with like a gear on this as the centerpiece.
Can I use disguise self on myself? Disguise that person, Priestess Malore, I think you said.
Priestess Malore. Okay,
no,
is that what you want?
That we fireballed.
Malore, yes. Priestess Malore is what you know.
The person we fireballed to death.
You cast disguise self and you look like Priestess Malor.
Be able to
I
walk
can
in.
only see this going well.
Okay.
So,
You're Priestess
okay.
Malor.
It lasts for an hour,
I'm
right?
casting Path Without Trace now, by the way.
That's a trace. Okay.
And
you
it's
cast
on
Path
all
Without
5 of
Trace.
us.
Okay. As long as they stay within 30 feet of you, they get plus 10
Yep.
to stealth.
Yep, yep,
Can
yep.
I
Okay.
ask Vorbor
Alex.
and Jay to tie their hands up and hand me their weapons?
I don't think this is a good idea, Blake, because I know what you're thinking, and I don't. We need to secure like a place to stay for the night. That's the issue.
I mean,
You
what
could
if-
go back to River.
Yeah, there's also that.
But
Also, the school,
how do we know that that's going to be secure for as long as we need it to be?
we
You
also have
don't.
the school with the professor and Morgana.
Yeah, how?
We
But
just have to sneak in.
there's so many different variables that like would be issues for that, especially now with the city under occupation.
Either way, getting out would have been the hardest part. At least this way, we make getting in kind of easier. If we get caught by them detecting us somehow.
Let's take a vote on it.
Wait, so what are the options? My mom distracted me on that.
I'm team invisibility. He's team all of us go in.
Well, I'm saying we stay invisible. It's just if our magic gets dispelled, we still have a chance of disguise self not getting dispelled.
So
But
you
there's
want to
gonna be
go
2
in
people that are
invisible. Wait, so you want to be invisible and disguise?
But with the
so,
disguise.
But so if we get uninvisibled, we still might have our disguise.
My disguise, be able to tell everyone that you're here to help us.
Is there a bad side?
That would
to
work.
this?
That would work with Evie and Alex. But you saying like,
Well, if both of you are unseen, I can. Well,
I think
actually,
a
have to-
distraction
I have to-
along with Blank's plan would probably be the best choice here. And then
yeah, I don't hate the disguise. Like the disguise self plan. Like that's a good plan. It's just the plan of like me and
Well, I was
Jay
thinking I
being
could
tied
take
up
away
and
the prisoners before we get inside, and then we cast invisibility while we're inside.
there's only 2 people that can be invisible though, or 2 people plus Alex. That's the issue.
But he doesn't have to cast them all at once, does he?
He does. He has to.
Oh,
It's concentration.
Oh, okay.
How
So
about we do the best of
uncast
both
it and
worlds,
then recast it?
where
and
you
whatever.
take Alex and Evie as prisoners, and you go. No, sorry, Alex and Arash as prisoners, and then you all go in like that, and then you use the
wait,
invisibility
prisoners. Wait.
one time.
Wait, actually, that would look better.
I feel I feel like if we're gonna go that route, like that's the best route, because then you guys can all be invisible once you're actually inside, in case Priestess Malor is there, because she was not at the dinner party, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, no.
Yes, she was not the dinner
I
party.
wanted to dive into the person we fireballed to death, because she's probably not that high ranking while still being high ranking.
I don't think we ever saw who that was.
I thought
To be
we
fair.
did. We had to have the door open.
You saw both individuals. You saw Priestess Malor, and you saw the cousin, the like daughter of the cousin of the Baron of Dirk.
That's not who he's talking about. We're talking about the person that
Uh,
Alex literally incinerated on the first chance he got.
Oh, the person who's dead.
Yes. The person
Yeah.
who's dead,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
her death was inside the cave, and they don't want the cave to be known. They probably didn't tell all the guards and the lower ministers and priests who are in.
Could you disguise as someone less dead?
He's already
Do
disguised
you know
self.
anyone who's lost dead?
Oh, he
That
already
wasn't
did it.
high
Oh,
ranking?
never mind then.
Unless we want to retract it, like I think that he said that he was already doing it.
Yeah. So wait, are you disguised as the person
No,
you
I
saw
didn't say I was gonna
underground?
do it. I just wanted to know whether I could do it.
Oh, okay.
So
But,
what's happening, guys? What are you guys doing?
I think we should do where Jay and Vorbor distract. We become invisible, and then if we get caught, we'll improvise.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I would go inside and then disguise myself nearing the end of the invisibility spell.
Okay.
Okay, that makes
Alex.
sense.
Okay. Alex weaves his hands together, and Evie and Blank and him are all invisible.
Okay, so me and Jay I'm guessing, have to make stealth checks getting out of the grate.
Yes, you will. So both of you make stealth checks. You get plus 10, plus whatever is your modifier. And then you roll.
17 total for me.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to check if I'm proficient. So.
Yeah, you're good.
Mm.
I rolled a natural 1.
No!
Oh no.
Okay.
For a total of 13.
So wait. What was the
Wait,
total that you rolled, Jeff? Because you rolled a total of 17, right?
Total of 17.
So 17 plus, what was it?
I rolled a 5.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
I had
Okay.
a plus 12.
All right. Very well. We're going to do a luck check.
Are we out of the manhole yet?
I am going to see if the guards notice.
We're seeing if the guards are smart or not.
Okay. You see one of the guards go, "Excuse me? What are you doing down there?"
Ah, yes, I'm a sewer worker. Working in the sewer.
We were told to check this out by our CO.
How are things? up
I'm
here?
sorry, who is your commanding officer?
It's
What's
It's just the head of sewage, at least for like where we work, which is
we were just
southern
cleaning up
part
down there,
of
and
the
we're
city.
gonna spill.
Make a deception check. you guys are currently at the edge, by the way. You also, Evie, you and Blank can't see each other, and you don't know where Alex is.
I rolled a nat 1.
Can I wait? Do I remember where they were?
Roll again because you have advantage with Jay, though. You do have advantage because Jay's helping.
Oh, thank God.
God. Oh, I rolled a 14. Wait, what's my deception?
What
right?
was that?
That's what we're.
What was that, Blank?
Deception? It's deception. 16 total.
Do I remember where
16.
Evie or where Arashi and Alex are?
You don't know where they are. You're assuming
You're
they're
invisible.
up there with
No,
you.
but do I remember where they were?
You sure, but you guys went up.
Oh, we went up already?
Are we? Okay,
Yeah, you went
really
up.
quickly. Which guards are we
Okay,
talking to? Are we
I'm
talking to the
going
guards
up.
at the
The
church?
steps. You're at the church steps. You see from
Perfect.
30 feet up.
It's
However,
working to perfection.
However, you are at the bottom of the steps, so you're not towards the door.
That's fine. They're distracted. It's fine.
Okay, I'm
They're still invisible?
gonna make a wisdom check for the fucking guards to see if the one who's talking to you, as a bunch of them are out looking at you.
I rolled a 16 in total.
They're not all in a perfect line, by the way. They're spread out. They're not just like a bunch. Like it's like a few guards across different
Jay, we're so
sections of the front of the church.
We're doing great so far. We're doing great.
I'm gonna double check the guard stat block now.
Nah, don't do that. Slap like a -3 on it. We'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, -3, right?
Yeah.
Listen,
Not a
Jay,
plus
we
5
might
or whatever.
we might secure.
You got a 16, right?
Yeah.
Right, cool.
That tone of voice means we just.
Right, well, I'm gonna want to put a word into your commanding officer. Could I have his name? And you notice he comes down towards you guys and leaves a pretty good opening for the rest of the others to walk through towards the doors.
Yeah, Jay, what's his name?
Run.
He's Officer Candlesmack.
Right, Officer Candlesmack. Well, I'll have to have a word with him.
Oh yes, I'm sure he'll love it. He's got so
Please
much
do.
to right
He
now.
works his ridiculous hours, as you can tell.
Yes, it's unregulated by Federation policy. In fact, you all should find yourselves home right immediately.
Can do. Do you actually know
Yes,
like
sir.
an inn nearby?
Oh,
wait,
your
our
sewers.
our homes are a little bit farther outside of the city limits, and we'd prefer to stay in town for the night.
Just so we can get to work tomorrow and we don't have to get through all the customs and stuff coming back into the city. Just like it's gonna be difficult to get into the city for a bit.
There seems to be a lot more activity of guards right now, to be fair.
Idea. A kind gentleman as yourself would probably be helpful enough.
Very well, very well. find yourselves to the cavern's end. I was told by my boss that's one of the places to recommend people. A few of the boys went down there earlier today.
Thank you very kindly, sir.
Now, off with you.
And do we see the door move at all?
Yeah, speaking of which, okay. So as this is happening, so you guys approach the door, what do you do?
Which door? The front door?
Wait, so
the
it's
front
closed?
door.
So it's closed?
It's closed. It's closed.
How many guards
Okay.
are nearby?
There's about 6 spread around it.
Right outside the door?
Like 10 feet in distance. So
Is there
they're not
any
like
windows
they're
around?
not immediately. It's the front doorway.
Okay, so it's just
There's-
the front doorway.
There's windows surrounding the area, but there's not like immediately in front of you. This is like the main big gorgeous
Okay.
doorway with a bunch of different doors that you can use potentially.
I tested to see if it's locked.
You tug a little, it is locked.
Alright, I try to pick it.
Okay. Roll me a sleight of hand check. Or not a sleight of hand check, sorry. Roll me a lockpick check. It's your dex plus your proficiency.
Good day to you too as well.
Right. I'll have to have a word with your officer about your hours.
Please
is
do.
there a back door?
We don't even get overtime.
What was the name of the officer that you guys said, by the way?
Candle smack.
Candle smack. Candle
Officer
smack.
Candle Spank. That's such a poor.
It was
cool
it's a
mother.
terrible name. It's a terrible name.
Oh, they're not talking to you. They're talking to one of the guards. Go home, gentlemen, or else I'll have to take you there.
We're off.
We're off. Okay, we leave. We're gone.
Okay.
So what do I roll?
Okay. Roll a d20 plus your dex modifier plus your proficiency modifier.
I got a low roll, can I luck?
Yeah, you're totally welcome to luck.
Is there a side window?
There is not. There's like these huge, gorgeous glass stained windows across the various sections.
Okay, I like that a bit better. I got 17.
Okay. You unlock the door and it partially opens, and you guys carefully move inside. Each of you make a stealth check though to see if the guards don't notice you open the door. Alex is also going to make one.
Sadly, you guys do not get my plus 10.
I did remember something. I have elven boots, so I get, what is it called?
You have advantage.
That thing.
Yeah, you have advantage on stealth checks. Which we'll see how yeah, so you guys have advantage on your stealth. You guys have advantage. You have advantage though, also because you're invisible.
Can I make this a performance check?
And that doesn't
because
stack,
I'm
so it doesn't matter.
No, you cannot make it a performance check blank. This is a stealth check.
That doesn't
So
stack,
roll me-
so
roll me-
just
Yeah,
two.
roll me. Yeah, just 2.
Oh, okay, that went well.
Also, you guys are so lucky that I realized you have advantage because Alex rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright,
This
I
is
got a
not our night for rolling.
19.
I got.
Good thing you didn't have to fight Alvandra, eh, you fucks.
We'd have been dead 20 minutes ago.
TPK. I mean, hey, it might happen. Who knows?
Literally, I would, yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight, yeah.
As
that's
you
what happened.
guys approach the door and you enter inside the chambers, you see that most of the church section is cleared out. It appears that a lot of people have been pushed out of the church for the evening, based on the current events. So there's barely anyone within the halls. It seems most of the doors are shut.
I think that's fair.
So there's the 4 different rooms. So there's the upward staircase with the trap door that you guys were at before. There's the room with a bunch of books. There is another one that appears to just have been locked that you guys didn't even open. And then there's the room of the sick.
Where's the room where Marin's rabbit died?
Marin's rabbit died was the staircase with the trap door. Marin's rabbit went up the staircase and then got stepped on. in a room where someone was sleeping. You guys remember that was the place where the like Marshall Volabond stuff came up.
Yeah.
We have no idea
The
where
old red.
the others are, right?
You have no idea. What was that?
We have no idea where the others are, right?
No, you have no clue where the other people are in this room.
Okay.
You hear Alex go, "Hey, where do we want to go?"
Okay, so what exactly are we looking for here? I honestly.
Shh, 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 shh.
What are we looking for?
Information about what they're planning to do for the court for the case against the king, or anything else they have planned.
Basically, we're looking for plans or evidence or things that they're going to use as evidence. So anything pertaining to Blue Dragons, just take it and burn it.
Is that included with the people we saw in the cave?
Yeah. If you see the people in the cave, follow them to their
Yeah.
office.
Okay, should we split up? Should
I
we
don't see
split up?
any problem with that whatsoever. No.
Do we have timepieces or some way of keeping track of time?
I've been keeping track. We have about 55 minutes of visibility left.
Okay.
Okay, how about
And then... Sorry, go for it.
how about we split up, and then Alex, when you see that we're running out of time, come looking for us, or telepathically tell us to get out.
Okay, I only have another use of that, I think, today.
Okay. There's
One
four
more
ways.
use.
There are 4 ways we can go, correct?
Yes, there are 4 ways that you guys can go. There's the door. There's the room where you guys saw the sick ward. The door that was locked. The pathway that leads with the staircase and the trap door, and then a room full of old books.
Okay. Quick question. How did we
Yes.
get out of the cavern?
You guys had to climb. Originally, got thrown up from the bottom because the ladder was destroyed.
Okay. But how did we escape the church last time? Did we teleport out?
I think you guys just ran out,
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
I think we ran out through some tunnel that led somewhere. I can't remember exactly.
No, you did. You went. I think you literally ran.
Out.
I think. Oh, I remember. Professor Inkstead walked you guys out.
Right.
Professor Inkstead showed up and walked you all out.
So, I say 2 of us go to a new location. 1 of us goes back into that cavern because the group that was in the cavern ran off 2 side paths that we never checked out. And there's probably more information in the cavern.
Right.
I don't know.
I like that plan.
Who would like to go in the cavern, and we could try going up to the... Is it upstairs section, is what you're saying?
Where do you guys think would have the most people?
The most people are probably going to be in the upstairs section, because isn't that where they sleep?
The upstairs section also had the weird, mysterious guards with the poisonous daggers.
I have the most stealth. I'm stealthiest. I'm the most stealthiest here. I think I should go alone where the most people are, and you guys go and continue on to another place.
Okay. And
Okay.
we should send a message when we have 10 minutes left to get out.
Yeah,
So
just
no
tell me.
train
Okay.
10 minutes further away from wherever the entrance is.
Okay. Okay, I'll figure out where I can go. Who's going to the underground section then? Is it me or you, Blake?
It'd be me because I can disguise myself to look like one of the priests who just stumbled.
Okay. Remember, if you attack anybody, or if you cast a spell, while you're invisible, the invisibility will break, okay?
So,
Understood.
I have to disguise myself somewhere where I won't get seen.
If you cast Disguise Self, the invisibility is gone. You lose your invisibility.
And then they'll see me disguising myself, I assume.
If a person's in the room, like if nobody is in the, like, it's kind of like, you'd have to be, you might be able to be like, I was practicing my secret hiding technique, but like, you can't, there's only so much you can really lie about there. So, okay, Alex
What up?
is like, all right, I'm gonna try and look around then. Okay. So Alex is gonna try and go and say, also, Evie, could you unlock the locked door for me?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
The locked door is probably more.
Yeah, roll me another check. I believe it's +5 for you. For lockpicking. Or +6, sorry.
Do I see any jewels by any chance?
So it's
No, you don't immediately see any particular jewels, man.
so 1d20 plus 6.
Yeah. The door immediately opens, and I'll say that the other room that that Blank was gonna go into also unlocks really easy because of the nat 20. I'm gonna say that you perfectly unlock both doors.
Sick.
So you can go upstairs if you would like. Blank can try and figure out how to get through the bottom thing. You see where the trap door was. It now looks to be brick.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, sure. Make an Arcana check.
I got 22 total.
22. Definitely not magic from what you can ascertain. It is organic, like it's like stone, but it's not like seemingly looks the same as the rest of the stonework around it.
Can I see if there's any stone that looks similar to it?
It's only in that
Is it
square.
shade?
You notice basically it looks like they filled in the trapdoor with stone. But you can make me an investigation check as well.
Okay, yeah, let me do that.
So we'll just do what Blank's doing first. We'll have him go through this section then and see what he finds.
Investigation check, right?
Yeah, investigation.
Nat 20 with the +2.
Okay. They filled in this floor basically, so for whatever reason they don't have a reason to access it that way anymore. So you don't know what the underground chamber is or where to access it from, but essentially they probably decided, like from a nat 20, like they basically decided, okay, we don't want anyone to ever enter through the church normally, so we're going to block it off completely so no one from the church inside the church can even see it or enter it. They did some insurance. What was that?
It's stone, right?
Yeah, it's stone. They've completely filled it in with more brick.
Is there anything else in the area besides the spiral staircase?
No, it's like like those like entry sections where it's like just a closet that leads to like a staircase and goes up into the next room kind of thing. Yeah. So it's like that. So it has like a little section where it's like a little closet-y thing where you have like a few boxes stacked on top of each other where the trapdoor originally was, and then you have the staircase next to it that goes up.
So the staircase. Is the trapdoor underneath the staircase directly?
Yeah, so it's like the spiral staircase and then the trapdoor below.
Okay, so like you walk around the stairs and like around the pillars that the stairs are on, and the trapdoor's right there. I think, right?
What was
Like,
that again? Say?
You have the flight of stairs going up in a spiral, and then the other way you go around and find the trapdoor, right?
Yeah, so it's like the spiral is above, so as in like imagine like it's like, let's say, I don't know, there's a square room and then there's the trapdoor in like one of the corners of the room, and then the spiral staircase is like in another corner and it builds up.
With my investigation check, can I see if there's a trap somewhere around?
Yeah, I'll say with the nat 20 you can also get some checking for traps out of that. There's no traps. This is a church. They don't want to just kill somebody. There's no immediate traps surrounding you.
Open like a secret.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, no, nothing? Okay.
Yeah, there's no apparent traps.
So there's probably nothing in this room. So can I go check out the room that no one decided to go into?
Which side to go into?
the one that we decided no one was going to go into because there were 4 entrances.
Yeah, you can go into that one. So there's there's 2. So there's the book room and there's the sick people room.
Okay, can I go into the book room?
Okay, you go into the book room. It's a bunch of old, apparently like texts. It seems like maybe like just like the equivalency to like what is a Arathis Bible. Bunch of those is what you can see. You could make an investigation.
What's on the tables?
The tables are a bunch of different, also like similar texts. So it's like some of them are like cute pamphlets that are made for the Church of Arathis. What apparently is like looks like for kids.
Can I look through the titles that are on the table about the King, the Leviathos Federation, or actually no, King, the Leviathos Federation, the Contract, and Blue Dragon. Those are the 4.
Okay. Yeah, make me an investigation check.
Okay. Can I use my mage hand to help with this?
Yeah, sure. You start. Well, if you did that, you would probably lose your. You would lose your invisibility.
Oh, right, because it's a spell. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's a spell. It's a spell.
I got a 12.
A 12. Okay.
Is there anything
You find a book of bird names of various blue dragonborn.
specifically bird names?
Like birth. So like basically a registry of various people. Because the thing is that the church is often where people are like registered to. So they know your birth, like a person's birthday. You know, where they came from, like, or like who's like their family name, stuff like that. So like it's like a bunch of basically a listicle of birth certificates, if that makes sense.
Is this a list of birth certificates for only the people born in the Church of Arathis?
Yeah.
Can I steal that book?
Sure. Yeah. People are about to fucking be like, "Where's my birth record?" Because of you. Oh, that's so cute, Evie. Sure. Okay, you pick up that book.
Okay. Hey.
So it has all sorts of people though. So it's not just Dragonborn. It's of every race.
Okay.
Mostly it consists of Dragonborn because of the nature of the capital, but it does vary in general.
Can I check the room for spells or traps again?
Yeah, sure. Make an investigation check.
Yeah, that's a different roll.
Oh, you already rolled investigation. There's, to your knowledge, no seeming traps.
Okay. Is there anything that is marked? Like, from...
Gotcha. With your check of 12, that's all I can give you. Like, that's all that you seem to find in the room. It seems like most of the room remains untouched because it is a fairly public space, or at the very least is probably entered by other figures.
Can I check behind the bookshelves?
Yeah. It doesn't appear to reveal anything.
Okay. And is there anything on the ceiling?
You look up at the ceiling. You can see. Where would this be in the building? Yeah, it wouldn't be. You don't see anything particular about the ceiling. It seems to be made of similar make in terms of the stone brick ceiling. Pretty well crafted.
Is there anything underneath the tables? Like besides
You're doing like a full raid of the room. Yeah.
Sorry.
You're like, yeah, no, you're good. You're keeping a look around the room. Other than like really those birth dates, like there's nothing special about this room.
Is there a podium?
No, there's not. The podium appears to be in the main room. The main hall at the very front center. If you want, you can go over there.
Yeah, can I go over to the podium and just check?
Yeah. Various different prayers and hymns that are used in church service. Laid out.
Can I take everything in the podium?
You're such a bastard. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, you take a bunch of church hymns in Draconian. Like, you
And-
can't read them.
Yeah, that's fine. I have comprehend language. I can figure it out later.
Okay. You see a bunch of what appears to be like church hymns, and various prayers.
Now, can I go back to the book room
Okay.
and find anything that looks like a church book that isn't in the right place?
Okay.
Or would that be too much work?
I think at this point you're like reaching like I'd say
Yeah,
like
that's
it's been a bit. It's probably been about like maybe 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay, then I'm gonna leave it then. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm just gonna steal church work.
So you probably have about 10 more minutes. Okay. So you don't peek in at all to the room of the sick before.
Not at all.
Okay. Evie? So there's the locked room and then there's the staircase. Which way do you go?
Slight intermission.
What's up?
We have a slight intermission going on, as
Oh,
Evie
is
is not
Evie-
available.
Evie is not available?
I think your mom's talking to her.
Okay. Yo, mama.
Maybe go
mama.
Alex. Maybe go Alex.
You guys don't know what Alex is doing.
Yeah,
Well,
Alex will be doing his own thing.
I'm gonna tell you what Alex is doing, but you guys aren't there.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna wait for Evie to get back.
Oh, okay.
You're nice.
Oh, because you're gonna pick based off of where she goes. Okay, I get it now. I see.
Well, no, not that.
Darn.
It's that I already know what Alex has done already. I'm just waiting for Evie to do her thing, and then they'll all reconvene and go over the information. But I'm not gonna give Evie like preemptive information.
Fine, I guess be a DM.
Fine, do my job.
My investigation check in the room with the trapdoor.
The room and the trapdoor. What was that?
The room with the trapdoor that was filled in. The
Yeah.
trapdoor seems like there's no use for it anymore, right?
Yeah, it seemed like at the very least, it didn't seem like there was no use. It just seemed as though they didn't want anyone to have entry from the way that you guys took.
Okay.
They blocked it off so that way nobody from inside of the church could just enter it. They had to take the other pathway that was hidden.
Okay.
And you guys don't know where in the city you could go to find that pathway. So
It doesn't seem like it's in the church anymore.
Oh, right, because that was the pathway that we had no fucking clue where it went, right?
yeah, the pathway you had no fucking clue where anything went. You just saw that people walked out of the room, but from the opposite side. You guys were considering taking that pathway, but instead you just took.
No, yeah, because I forgot that like we didn't know where it went.
Yeah. So.
I was thinking that could be our escape route if need be, but trapdoor is filled in.
I mean, you could try and maybe it's still weak enough to, and you know there's like underground there, so you could have Jay.
Well, yeah. Then it
Well,
was
oh well.
kind of
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Me and Jay are at an inn. We are
I meant
not
as in
available.
as in punch it. Yeah, exactly. You also all don't know which inn like the others went. You better hope that Alex can message.
Yeah, literally. Like, I mean, there wasn't really much we could do because we didn't know where an inn was. So it was like one of those things where it's like, unless they overheard our conversation, like, which nobody specifically said that they were trying to pay attention to it. So
yeah, so maybe Alex heard.
The garden, if we're a suitable distance away.
Yeah. You guys were close by where the guard was talking. It's not like 30 feet is very far away.
Yeah.
You probably heard like the caravan's end, but like.
yeah, he was only like
the cavern's end.
probably like what 15 feet away from us.
Yeah, he wasn't that far. You probably heard the caravan's end, or not the caravan, the cavern's end. Evie, so where would you like to go?
Alright, so,
Okay.
where am I right now?
You are, I mean, in the main halls of the church. So the various different pews, the 4 different doors, the main central section of the church.
Okay, so we established that the most populated place would probably be where they slept, right?
Yeah, where they slept, or the place where the sick are kept.
I'll go where the place they slept.
Okay. So you creep up the stairs and you see various different like sections of rooms where people are able to lie down and sleep. It seems interesting. It's like a shared space. So there's like these like paper walls on each different section. And then like the beds and like desks next to them. I realized I haven't changed the music, so that's why I was like, oh, this is weird. So you see some different figures laying down. Give me just 1 second. Okay. From what you can see, there is also plaques for some of the beds. Is there any names in particular you're looking for, or just at who's in the place currently, the space currently?
Is there any names that like ring a bell or sound familiar?
Let me see.
I can't see that.
There is Marshall Volabond.
This is for Jay.
What is that?
This is my engineering statics homework, or not homework. But like,
oh god.
this is essentially the process. Like, this is the work for one problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes
So you
I
see-
get both.
So you saw Marshall Volabond as one of the church figures at the dinner. You see a black book laying across his desk. You see additionally other various, like, you see Cassandra Vandeline, the woman who helped heal the professor from earlier. I forgot the name of the professor for a second, so I lost my head.
Inkstead.
Not Inkstead.
Oh.
Other professor. So as you you see that she seems to be cleaning out some water and is alone.
Wait, so who? Cassandra?
Cassandra. Yeah.
And she's there.
Yeah, she is there.
Alright,
She's currently looks like cleaning out water. Like you see like divine light shine for a second as the water is like purified.
okay, can I go to the other one that starts with an M you said?
Marshall Volabond. Yeah,
Marshall.
he's not in the room, but you see a black book at the place where his plaque is.
Okay, can I look at the book? Not really grab it off, just like be like sneaky about it and see if I can read the writing that's in it.
Yeah, roll me a sleight of hand check.
I didn't like that. Can I do that again with luck?
Yes, you can. Okay. You swipe the book off the table, and you look inside, and a lot of it is written in Draconian.
I don't think I can read that.
Sorry, it's actually not. It's not written in Draconian. You make me an intelligence check.
Seven.
You don't recognize the language it's written in.
Okay, I pocket it. Fuck it.
Okay, you pocket the black book. You see Cassandra get up with the water and then start to walk downstairs. You also see Priestess Malore's bed section off a little bit of ways.
Remind me who that is again?
Malore was one of the two people downstairs that knew you guys were there. You see her bedspread.
Okay, is there like a desk that's next to that bed?
Yeah, you see a nightstand kind of there. It appears to be locked upon like touching it.
Can I attempt to unlock it?
Yeah, roll me a sleight of hand check.
That's a +6, right?
Yes.
$25.
Damn. You open up very cleanly with a whisk. You pull open and you see a few different papers.
Do I recognize the language?
It is Draconian.
Okay. Fuck it, I pocket those two.
Okay, you pocket the papers. Sorry, languages have an effect.
I'm finding that to be the case.
I'm sorry if this is like difficult. I just was like, there's no way they wouldn't write it in like their own language.
Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna pocket a bunch of stuff. I don't know what we're looking for.
You could follow Cassandra, or you could go further upstairs potentially. The staircase continues up higher.
Before I leave, can I do like some kind of perception check to see if there's anything valuable in the room?
Valuable. Yeah, make me a perception check.
Eight.
Okay. You don't seem to see anything of value. Man, these are like cheap religious people. You can continue upstairs, go to the other locked door, or the room with the sick, or in the book room. Or you could continue to investigate further in this room.
Do I know where Cassandra went?
You saw Cassandra go back down the staircase.
Can I follow her?
Yeah, sure. You follow her, and she enters into the room of the sick. Do you kind of like see what she's doing?
Yeah, I just try to stay back and watch what she's doing.
Okay. You look over and see that Cassandra appears to be attending to a golden dragonborn woman. It seems a bit old, but still gorgeous, like this golden sheen. But you notice a little bit of rust appears to form from sweat as she lays there, like writhing in unconscious pain. You can see a few other sick, but Cassandra seems to be one of the few 10 people in the room. And you can see within the lines of the scales, there appears to be like this corrupted, like purple and gruesome green. Make me an intelligence check. You remember hearing something about the original cardinal who had gotten sick, who probably was also a golden dragonborn, Phalix.
Repeat that. You cut out a second there.
The former cardinal, Phalix Asolin, had recently fallen sick, and probably this could be that person, as they seem to be of like heavy priority to this priest.
Is there anything around her, like book, papers, like anything of interest?
You see a paper like laid out next to the desk, or sorry, a book.
A book. Is this near someone that would be able to see if a book were to open or get snatched off the desk?
The book is already open.
Can I read it?
Yeah, you approach carefully and you look and see it does indeed have Phalanx the name registered, their age, which appears to be 83, their scale type, and then also their condition. And it appears to be unknown illness is what it's labeled as. Untraceable, unrestorable, question mark. Treatments, it says restoration by Bishop Pridgham. That's what you read.
Okay.
If you recall, Bishop Pridgham is now Cardinal Pridgham.
Okay, is there anything else around besides the book?
You see a few other sick people, some elderly Dragonborn, who are currently laying in bed and being treated by other church members.
Okay. Is there anything of value around?
Roll me a perception check. Stealing from, like, cancer patients, man. Just... Where will it end? Okay. You see a gold pouch on the back of Cassandra's hip.
I try to snatch it.
As well...
Wait, as well, wait,
roll
no,
me.
wait, no, as well as what?
As well as a golden ring on one of an old man's finger with a diamond on it. And you see his elderly wife sitting next to him and going, it's okay, Mel, I promise you'll be okay. I know, dear, I love you.
You're trying to guilt me into not stealing. Okay. I attempt to steal the pouch.
Okay, roll me a sleight of hand check. Let me quickly check also the language of invisibility while you're doing that. Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay. You snatch the gold pouch off of her back with ease.
Okay.
You look at it and you find 13 gold pieces.
That was wasting my time. Okay, anyways. How big is the room?
Oh, also you see that the pouch is labeled alms. The room is about, I'd say about maybe, it's about like 20 by 40 feet.
Okay. There's no other way to get out except where I came from, correct?
Yeah, there's some windows. There's windows, and like it's like a stone room with a bunch of beds laid out, as well as seats. Essentially, it's like a small treatment room.
If I were to go further into the room, would there be like anything else I could see?
You can see like stuff on different tables, but like nothing in particular that strikes you.
Okay, I turn to leave.
Okay, you leave the room and you're back into the main central hall. So there's still. You have, I'd say, about the same amount of time as blank. So you have about 10 minutes, maybe.
Is there anything in the main room that we didn't notice originally?
There's a bunch of pews. There's the central stand. You haven't looked at the book room, and you haven't looked at the farthest up stories. And you haven't gone at all to the other room that Alex asked you to unlock.
So what's the other room? Wait. Sorry, never mind.
No, you're good. You guys don't know where each other are right now.
Yeah.
I thought we agreed that Evie would go upstairs. I would go to the one place with the trapdoor, and Alex would go to the unknown space. Isn't that what we agreed on?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's all we know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I needed confirmation on.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So you said I have about 10 minutes.
No.
Alex probably is gonna want to warn you. You actually probably get a message from Alex about now being. We're going to need to leave in about 5 minutes. I'm coming downstairs now.
Okay, so honestly, I just head to the door and try to keep out of sight, waiting for the others.
Okay. You hear Alex go, "Hey, are you guys here?" About 5 minutes later.
I'm here.
I'm also here.
Okay. You guys, carefully stealth out. Roll me a stealth check.
Wait, are we stealthing out yet? I thought we still had like 10 minutes.
You have 5 minutes now.
Oh, okay, never mind. We leave.
With advantage, roll stealth. Yeah, you're good. You turn into a piece of paper and slide through the door. No.
Wait, what are we doing? Stealth?
Yeah, stealth.
I think check this really quickly.
Vorbor, you get a message from Alex where he goes, Vorbor, we're going to the Cavern's End, correct? We're not going back to River?
And I'm also sitting next to Jay and just saying, like, what's the name of the tavern again?
The Cavern's End.
The Cavern's End. Perfect. Yeah, I believe that's correct.
You said with advantage, right?
With advantage, yes.
Okay. Okay, there we go.
Yes, we're going there unless we feel the immediate presence after what you guys have seen to go back to River.
Okay. You guys eventually are like good. You move into the streets and are able to make it to the Tavern's End safely. And I think we'll end this session as you guys approach with all the different books and stuff that you found.
Okay. I thought we had a tavern.
Oh joy.
No, we were
reading.
And then Alvandra pops up and goes, haha!
I mean, she is an outsider. It makes sense. It could be something tavern.
She's like, I've been watching you this whole time.
Now give me the books.
So you guys will be able to look at those books and stuff next week.
Why did you just roll your dice? Was that just for fun?
No, I accidentally hit them with my other bag of dice. I didn't spill anything. I
accidentally hit them with my other bag of dice.
You know what? Hold on, let me roll how much damage Vorbor is about to fucking take. You want to see that? You want to see that?
Rolls all nat ones. Vorbor is alive for another day.
I talk hot shit. It's more like the thing is that also like.
Yeah.
I will say I know the mechanics of this game really well.
If
so,
you wanted to kill me, you just killed me.
Well, it wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't be like if I wanted to kill you, I could kill you. It's not like that. It's not like no, but it is like if I am given a powerful character and that character's goal is to kill you guys, it's going to be really difficult to deal with that character.
Thank you for describing Alvandra. Moving on.
Well, you don't know if Alvandra might like you guys. Who knows?
What the
I
fuck
haven't
would she
shared it
like
longer.
us?
The whole person
I mean, we
didn't
did
I
give us
say
think
saving
I
throws.
think she has a crush on every single one of us, and she would not touch us. She would not hurt
Yeah,
a hair
she
on her
loves
head.
you guys.
You can go with that theory. I'm gonna go with the theory that she wants to fucking murder me.
I'm gonna go with the theory that she.
You don't know. All you know is that she casted a pretty high level spell to stop you all from moving.
And we didn't
We
make
could've-
a single saving throw for it. It was impulsive.
Yeah, the highest you guys rolled was like a 15. You did roll
Yeah,
pretty
I was
shit.
gonna say, I think I rolled a 15.
No, but you get a
Yeah,
saving
no,
throw
we,
every
we
6
rolled
seconds with
kind
that
of
spell.
low. But I mean, she could have also just straight up killed us after having the old person.
I think it's more the fact that Alex was there.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think having Alex saved us.
Hold person, you can make a save throughout. I think every time you get hit.
It's at
Yeah,
the end
but
of every
could've
round,
been
it's
a-
paralyzed.
She could have just kept hold personing us, or
I just
murdered.
added it to my other character.
Yeah.
I didn't want to lose that sword, mostly because I didn't want to go through and actually delete everything that I did on my page just for that sword.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
It was a sick sword.
I wasn't expecting anybody to bring it up. Like, yeah.
My character would have. We all know it.
Vorbor, I need your
Yeah.
character to shut the fuck up. How about that?
Vorbor's also
And blank, you
large
throwing me
speaker in the
under the
party.
fucking bus? I need you to never do that again.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I didn't see shit.
I was
said I didn't see
silent.
shit.
I wasn't lying, but I wasn't telling the truth. And blank, you threw me under the bus, and I am offended.
I mean,
He didn't throw you under the bus, he hit you with the bus.
just throw everyone else under the bus.
He hit you with the buzz.
He went, yo, you want to see this bus hit someone?
I hate it here.
You went fuck all y'all. I know that. I know it's a little. I know it's a little boring right now, guys. But I swear you'll see some crazy shit.
No, I was vibing. I like the sneakiness. Sneaky's fun.
Or getting caught.
I just prefer to explode the church. That way they have no members.
You guys make it seem like you guys are not gods. You will die if enough guards come after you. Like,
No, I know that, but that's what I want to do. If we just blow up the church and kill all the members, then
You can't tell a person with a god complex that they're not a god.
yeah.
That's literally impossible to like change anyone's mind.
can't wait.
Well,
Arashi
you
will
can,
learn.
and you just prove
No,
that
no,
you're
no,
right.
no, not Arashi. No. I have a god complex. And therefore my character is a god. And that's all.
Mm-hmm. I remember your encounter. I remember the encounter with your allies where you literally were like, I can't fucking fight them or I'll die.
Fair,
Yeah, how's
but
it
like
go for
I
you,
kind of went down to like 1 HP there, but I survived.
Yeah, he stabbed you in the hand and you went, ugh.
Listen, okay, but I survived. That's the point.
You did survive.
I survived.
That guy had a lot of dice. Don't worry. I mean, he got
That's
like
literally
sneaky.
because he chose to let you survive, Evie.
No, he didn't choose. The universe chose that I needed to live.
That's one way to put it.
The same place where Epis is gonna spawn in.
What was it?
Isn't the place she's supposed to go in 6 months the same place Epis is supposed to spawn in, or do we not know that?
No,
don't know
it's
where-
supposed to spawn in a different dimensional plane, technically.
Not right now, but if he spawns in, he probably.
No, he's supposed to spawn in on like the. Is it okay? Wait, I'm pretty sure you told us this.
He did.
That
he
it's
did
like
tell
the island where like the fucking tower.
No, I
is?
did tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's on an island.
It's an island. Is it okay? Like, remind me on the map. Like, is it the island on?
It's literally it's the one island with the tower on the map.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, you did tell us that information.
Yeah.
And Evie's supposed to be in like some fucking city in the Federation, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
Protopolis.
Oh, right, yeah.
so
Well,
confused.
no, actually, sorry. They said the Silver Sand Sea, I think, was the.
Yeah, so that, I mean that's her thing. Like, I'm not gonna.
Jay probably is like, I know where that is.
Oh, definitely.
Well,
Sounds like
it's
a way to
fun.
conserve power.
I look forward to when you guys get to the wonderful other stuff.
Other stuff? Don't say it like that.
Well, I mean, you guys also there's a lot of stuff that you guys could have done today. I had 4 different list of options of the places you could have gone.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, there was a lot of places we could have gone. Exactly.
Yeah, you could have you could have also been like, we want to go to a shop, and I would have been like, okay, I guess you're going to a shop.
I feel like me and Jay took the most chill route possible. Which part of my thinking of that, I want to explain that a little bit, was just in case the invisibility at any point wore off. I'm a blue dragonborn infiltrating the Church of Arathis, who's investigating the king for a blue dragonborn son's illegitimate.
Yeah.
That doesn't look good.
No, no, it does not.
So that was my thought process of sending in Blank for sure over me. It was in my head. I was like, I mean, either me or Blank. I'm totally good with either. And then I thought about it for an extra second. I was like, Blank.
Blank's also by far
You
the
would just
most
need
inquisitive of
your
all of us.
powers. Because you could transform into a mole and then just dug through.
Do you think that Vorbor gave his name, by the way, to the bartender? Do you think he when the bartender was like, "So, what's your name?"
No.
Okay.
Jay did.
Yeah, Jay definitely did.
Jay and Jeff. Jay and Jeff. There you go.
Roll me a quick deception check for me.
Yeah,
Jeff. Thank you.
Where 16 total.
Cool. Okay.
Totally not suspicious.
Not suspicious
Don't be
at all.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
But with that, I'm gonna pop out. It was good talking, guys.
Yeah, I'm also gonna pop out. I'll see you later.
Bye, friends. I'm actually gonna
Bye,
pop out
fairly
soon.
well. See you next Friday.
Ciao, y'all.
Yeah.
Murder you next time.
No. Bye, y'all.
Later, guys.
And then with that, I'm gonna end stream. It wasn't very long. Retro, again, thank you for the raid. I love you guys for popping in, vibing. You know, D&D is very fun. Honestly, it's such a great game. Don't know what's happening half the time, especially when they start throwing out, those really big names for no apparent reason. But, I do appreciate y'all coming in and just vibing with us for a little bit, teeny bit. I would raid, but honestly, wait, actually, hold on. I'm gonna raid. I might raid. Do raid? Yeah, I'm gonna raid. Give me a second. I'm just gonna look to see who else is playing D&D, honestly. Maybe get some D&D friends. That would be cool. This person's doing a one-shot.